All right, what's going on, everybody? God bless. Hope y'all are doing well on this beautiful Sunday night as we thank the good Lord for so much. I want to talk to the keyboard players for a moment. I was thinking about something earlier about theory. And my title says it's always best to know what you are doing on the keyboard. We got people that's, way more advanced than others. Some are beginners, but we all are still learning. And I had a good question from my man T Rob 58 on here, talking about the theory. And Lord know I tried my best to put a whole lot of videos up about the piano. Y'all already know that. And it's awesome. Every time I get on the piano and touch it, I'm learning something. Every day, it don't matter how long I've been playing, I learn something new. And I want to make some points talking about sports and comparing it with keyboards. Because anything we do in this life, pretty much, it's a way to do it. Now, you like bowling, T. Let's look at bowling for a moment. You know, just say you're not a professional bowler. You go to the bowling alley every day, even with a house ball. You're not taking your own ball. You get a house ball, and you just decide to start bowling every day. Eventually, you're gonna start throwing some strikes. You'll get lucky here and then. Strike here, strike there. You start hitting strikes. Let's look at it like that. But you really don't know how you hitting them, but you hit them. But if you are a professional bowler, it's a certain way you walk. It's a certain way you swing your arms. A lot of people think throwing the ball it got a lot to do with how strong you are, and that's not even the case. It's all up here in the mind. And once you get your form down, you work on your keyboard. We say theory, but when you look at the way you bowl, a professional bowler bowl, and you wonder why they can hit 300 like that. See, I'm not a professional bowler. Bowling is a hobby for me. I'm going somewhere. Just keep up with me. So that means I care less about doing it the right way because I'm going to just have fun. So I'm not in it like a professional bowler to play for money and all of that. So I just go in there, have fun, throw the ball my way that I know best. Well, what's your point, JT? Same thing with the keyboard. You can fool around, dip and dab on the keyboard every day and keep hitting a bunch of wrong notes, but eventually you're going to hit a chord that makes sense. You're not going to know what it is or how you did it, but you know that, wait a minute, now that sounds good. Well, if you know the theory behind the keyboard, it's always best because then you'll know how to do it, why you doing it. Why am I using this B flat major 7? Why am I using this third inversion instead of the second inversion? Why do this sound better with the choir? You see what I'm saying? When you know what you do instead of guessing at it. See, when I'm in the bowling alley, I'm guessing how to throw the ball and hit a strike. Because I don't throw curve balls either. I just throw a straight ball, so I'm guessing at the way how to hit a strike, and I get lucky. But then I look at the man on the next lane who's a professional bowler. He knocking down a strike every time he throw the ball because he know where he's going to stand, how he's going to throw the ball, which arrow on the floor that he's looking at. Well, when you look at the keyboard, when you learn all your notes, when you learn the different keys, when you learn the circle of fifths, circle of fourths, when you start learning all these cards and everything, then after a while, you can sit back and teach somebody else. See, a lot of people can play, but they don't have a clue on what they're playing. And it's always good to know what are you playing. What am I playing? Why am I playing this? So when you look at pretty much everything in life, it's a strategy to what you are doing. Let's look at an auto mechanic for a moment. Would I consider myself a mechanic? No. I watched my daddy work on cars growing up. I can look at my daddy and I can go out there and put something together. Now, it might take me a long time to put this alternator on this new car because I don't know the proper way how to do it. See, it's a lot of shortcuts and ins and outs when you're working on cars. But by me not knowing the strategy the proper way, it's going to take me a long time because I'm guessing at it. Oh, but if I know what I'm doing, if I'm looking at the book and I learn what to take off and what not to take off. See, on cars, sometimes you might take off too much stuff. Y'all see my point? When you know what you are doing, stop guessing at what you're doing. And I'm going to say this again. Bury that transpose button. That's a handicap. When you learn the theory, when you learn the number system, you have no need for a transpose button. So you got to learn what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And you're only going to do this with God and being disciplined. See, it takes a lot of practice. Practice on top of practice on top of practice on top of practice. Yeah, I can go in the bowling alley and guess at how to throw a strike. I can get up under the car and guess at how to put this belt on. Let's look at the belt on the car for a minute. If you don't look at that diagram, how it go, a lot of times you can really be lost and you can put the belt on wrong. You've been missed a couple of pulleys. If you knew how to do it. See, the problem with us is we don't never like to take time out to learn how to do something. Now, I know all of us is guilty at this. Let me throw my hands up. Let's say we done went to Walmart and we bought an entertainment center. Oh, we think we so smart and we looking at the box. We look at the picture. Oh, man, I know how to put that up by looking at the box. Let me throw the instructions away. And the worst thing we do is throw them instructions away and stop looking at them. And then you spend so many hours guessing at it when all you had to do was look at the instructions. And you probably could have put that entertainment center together probably in 15 minutes. I have spent hours when I was young and dumber. Instead of reading, I would try to just guess at it and be like, I guess this go right here. Not looking at the proper screws, putting the screws in the wrong spot, putting the wrong shelf on the wrong spot. Next thing you know what you got to do? Take it down and start it back over. We make our learning so much harder because we don't want to take the time and do it right. So when you look at the keyboard, when you look at a lot of things in life, learn the strategy behind doing it. That way you won't keep having such a hard time learning. I tell my bass players all the time, man, they're always trying to guess at the note. And you can get by. Let's just be real. We got people who can really, really play. But like I say, ask them what they playing. They don't have a clue. And they can make anywhere from $500 to $700, $800 a Sunday or more playing the organ. But they only can play in a few keys. But that don't stop them from getting paid. I don't have a problem with people getting paid. What my problem comes into play is when you're using the transpose button and cheating to get by. Oh no. If you're going to call yourself a minister of music, then you need to be able to play quartet, choir music. Here go the number one thing, your hymns. If you're going to call yourself any kind of mechanic, you need to be working on all cars. You need your proper tools. You ever took your car to a shade tree mechanic and your car came back worse than it was than when you took it? Well, it's the same way with everything. We have to learn to do it right. If we're not going to do it right, then we shouldn't do it at all. And I know this is a little tough for some people to take in because the truth hurt. It's time out for guessing at how to do things. Same thing with the word of God. I guess this is what the Bible says. I guess that pastor was right. I guess Grandpa was right because this is what they taught us. You better stop guessing at stuff and stop thinking what you think is right. And look at what the truth is. So with that being said, may God bless you. May God keep you. Let us learn from yesterday. Live for today as we hope and pray for tomorrow. You too, family. Y'all take care. See you on the next one. Peace.